It's a beautiful Sunday evening here in Northern Virginia. We're actually dealing with temperatures around 80 degrees. It's actually 81 degrees here in the Manassas region. So as the evening progresses, we're going to start to see some more clouds roll into the area with the chance of a few showers, anywhere from 12 to 6 a.m. So over the overnight hours, you will start to see the upcoming chance, around 40% chance of some showers. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look at the hurricane outlook. As you can already see, there's a lot of chaotic stuff happening, but we're only going to be paying attention to Paulette and Sally for this update. So Paulette, Bermuda is in a kind of a bad situation right here. Actually, Bermuda's there's already hurricane warning out. Around 8 o'clock a.m. Monday, there's going to be a Category 2 hurricane right over Bermuda, delivering winds of around 105 miles per hour with gusts up to around 115 to 120. So Bermuda is going to start to see a lot of high winds, rough seas, and potential catastrophic damage. And you can actually see as time progresses around 8 a.m. Tuesday, you can actually see this has a big M in it. So that actually stands for a major hurricane. A major hurricane means it's either a Category 3 or higher. So it is actually expected to become even stronger after it hits Bermuda, but it will not impact anywhere else as of now. So it's going to be a 8 o'clock p.m. Monday. It's going to be a Category 2, 8 a.m. Tuesday, Category 3. And 8 p.m. Tuesday is going to be downgraded to a Category 2 as well. All right, so we're going to look at tropical storm force winds. Bermuda's right there in the middle, 90 to 100% chance of tropical storm force winds. And actually, they are already witnessing tropical storm force winds as we are speaking, which you will see in a minute. Hurricane force winds, pretty much same story, 80 to 90% chance of hurricane force winds, being Category 2 and higher. So there's a very big chance that we'll start to see some, hurricane force winds here in the next couple of hours as this storm does get closer to the coast of Bermuda. All right, so wind arrival, Sunday at 2 o'clock p.m. That's already been passed. It's actually currently 6 p.m. And yeah, we can already see that these winds are already approaching Bermuda, like I was just saying a few minutes ago. Already Bermuda's already starting to feel a big raft of this event right now, and it's only going to get worse until the hurricane wind speeds start to pick up. All right, wind history, you can see in the yellow is tropical storm force winds, and as it gets closer to Bermuda, you can see the area of red, which is actually starting to indicate hurricane force winds being recorded out of this storm, and it's actually getting way too close. I mean, if you look at it, it's tracking directly to Bermuda. So Bermuda, we're gonna be praying to you for a while because this is gonna be quite a ride. All right, so Storm Prediction Center Category 2 outlook, Day 2 Category outlook. We're actually looking at a marginal risk, which is actually a severe level 1 out of 5. The threats include 5% chance of wind damage as well as a 2% tornado threat. So you get all the speed shear from a cyclonic activity. So as the cyclone starts to get closer to the coast, winds are going to be more organized and facing the same direction, faster as you go up in elevation and slower as you get down. So it's going to cause horizontal rotation. And then you get a normal updraft to form, lifting that horizontal tube, and it lifts it vertical, which can cause a tornado. So that's actually a little hint of how tornadoes are formed. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look at Sally track. There's already hurricane warnings in effect. Expected to be a Category 1 on landfall. Tropical storm warnings for southwestern Alabama and the western panhandle of Florida. We even have a little bit of a tropical storm warning here in the south central Louisiana area. All right, so we're looking at tropical storm force winds. Same here. I mean, it's almost 100% chance of a tropical storm force winds, as there's actually already been a couple of tropical storm force winds reports from the ocean, from buoys, as well as some observed wind reports out at sea. So yeah, tropical storm force winds are expected for the coast of Louisiana, or actually the Gulf Coast. Louisiana included, Mississippi, Alabama, you do have a high percent chance of seeing some tropical storm force winds. However, hurricane force winds, this thing is supposed to be a Category 1 on landfall. There's actually a 50 to 60% chance in extreme southeastern Louisiana. Like I said, 50 to 60% chance. It is more than likely, but it's not quite most likely yet. But this will actually increase as the storm does get closer to the United States. So around the time of arrival, we're going to be looking around Monday around 8 a.m. is whenever most of the winds are going to start, progressing into around Louisiana. But you can actually see it really starts to pick up speed between Monday around 8 a.m. and Monday around 8 p.m. It travels well over 100 miles, well over a couple hundred miles. So it's really going to start to pick up its speed as it gets into the landfall or as it passes landfall, and then it's going to weaken quite drastically. All right, so we're looking at rainfall totals. I mean, we're looking around 20 plus inches in some regions. Around the world, it's going to be around where most of the strong winds are going to be. That's where most of the convective energy is as well. So yeah, we're going to see anywhere from 20 to plus inches in those dark shaded purple areas. But even in our local area, we're going to be seeing potentially impacts of this storm, which I will be paying attention to, and potentially update you guys on it in the near future. But yeah, the coast of the Florida Panhandle, we're actually looking around 6 to 10 inches of rain. The Mississippi coast, we're looking around 10 to 15 inches, and same as Alabama's coast. I mean, we're looking anywhere from 10 to 15 inches. This stretches all the way down to southern tip of Florida, around 1 to 2 more inches expected. In the western side of Louisiana, expected around 1 to 2 inches. So, flash flood potential. I want you guys to know that there is a difference between flash flooding and normal flooding. Flash flooding is, usually within like a small storm with heavy rain. Now, it drops a lot of rain in a short period of time. That's flash flooding because it comes up in a flash. But two, it rises quickly, and it's just instant. However, flooding is more of a high rainfall amount expected over a longer period of time. So that's basically the difference between the two. Storm surge, this is actually experimental. We're actually dealing with 7 to 11 feet around the area of impact, where the eye is going to be tracking over. Around 4 to 7 feet, for between Port Fortune, I don't know how you pronounce that, in the mouth of the Mississippi River. Around 1 to 3 feet from Burns Point to Port Fortune, or whatever you call it. And I don't even know where to begin to pronounce the one to the far east, right off the western coast of Florida. You couldn't even get me to pronounce that. And then we got AL/FL border, so Alabama/Florida, around 1 to 3 feet. So, wind history. Right now, just like we were looking back at the other Paulette. So we're actually looking at tropical storm force winds started right there on the southern tip of Florida. And I've already gotten some tropical storm reports there from the southern panhandle of Florida a little bit ago. But yeah, this will actually start to project more further northwest. And potentially we will start to see this hurricane force wind starting to include here very shortly. But guys, that's the update right now. I will be making another update here in the near future. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next update. Thank you.